Hare Krishna, धन्यवाद माता. Uh, Vajanti Mata, just can you rotate the mobile so screen becomes horizontal? Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
जी प्रभु जी, मैं शुरू करूंगी. हरे कृष्णा. ओके, हरे कृष्णा. Dhanvat Pranam. First of all, I want to thank Gopi Manohar Prabhuji and Mataji, for giving me this opportunity. Definitely भूल होगा, उसके लिए पहले ही मैं क्षमा चाहती हूँ. बहुत कम समय था मुझे प्रिपेयर करने के लिए भी, so definitely there will be mistakes. So with the blessings of all of you and prayers and taking the Lord's name, let's begin today's session. So आज का we will discuss Canto 4, first अध्याय and दूसरा श्लोक. So firstly, let's pay obeisances to the obeisances before we begin. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadiyasya yato anmayat itarastasthateshu abhignaswarat तेने ब्रह्म हृदयादि कवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूर्यः तेजो वारि मृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा दाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परमधीमहि धर्म प्रोजित कैटवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवम् अत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनि कृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृदय अवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रुभिः तत्क्षणात् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. हरे कृष्णा. सो आज हम 4.1.2 देखेंगे. सो श्लोक इस प्रकार है. आकुतिं रुचये प्रादाद् अपि भ्रातृमतिं नृपः पुत्रिका धर्ममाश्रित्य शतरूपानुमोदितः. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Akuti had two brothers, but in spite of her brothers, King Swayambhuva Manu handed her over to Prajapati Ruchi on the condition that the son born of her be returned to Manu as his son. This he did in consultation with his wife Satarupa. We pay obeisances to our Guru before we begin. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपादान्तिकम्. नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामने. नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. ओके, हम थोड़ा बैकग्राउंड से शुरू करेंगे. प्रभु जी, बिफोर दैट आई जस्ट वांट टू चेक वो स्लाइड्स ठीक तरह आ रहा है या इज इट इन्वर्टेड प्रभु जी?
दिख रहे हैं माता जी.
हाँ, ओके ओके, थैंक यू माता जी. ओके, सो ये कैंटो 4 का शीर्षक क्या है? द क्रिएशन ऑफ द फोर्थ ऑर्डर। इसमें 31 चैप्टर्स है एंड जैसे कल हेमांगी माता जी ने बताया, ये विसर्ग के बारे में, यानी द सेकेंडरी क्रिएशन बाय ब्रह्मा जी एंड मनुस, इसके बारे में वर्णन है। एंड मेनली इसमें 4 टॉपिक्स का डिस्कशन है। चैप्टर 1 to 6 और स्वयंभू मनु का 3 पुत्रियों का के बारे में एंड पर्टिकुलरली देयर डिसेंडेंट्स के बारे में, बिकॉज देवती माता का ऑलरेडी हमने कैंटो 3 में देख चुका है। सो उसका डिसेंडेंट्स के बारे में भी यहाँ वर्णन है। एंड चैप्टर 8 से, अध्याय 8 से 13 तक ध्रुव महाराज का चरित्र के बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे। एंड चैप्टर्स 14 to 23 पृथु महाराज का, एंड चैप्टर्स 24 to 31 और प्रचेतास का एक्टिविटीज के बारे में। सो पहला चैप्टर का शीर्षक genealogical table of the daughters of Manu. So before I begin, actually मुझे कल क्लास में शेयर करना था because it actually comes under 4.1.1, but anyway I thought because recently I heard about it and मुझे I wanted to share. So हम देख रहे हैं कि 4.1.1 purport में Prabhupada ji first of all pays obeisances to his spiritual master Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, then Lord Chaitanya, then the Sadhu Goswamis, Radha Krishna, then सभी भक्तों का एंड जो भगवान का इटर्नल सर्विटर्स है उसका obeisances he offers before he begins. मुझे I wanted to share the pastime, ये श्री संप्रदाय का एक pastime है of a great devotee. उसका नाम तिरुकुरुगई पिरान पिल्लान, तिरुकुरुगई पिरान पिल्लान। ये रामानुजाचार्य का सबसे उत्तम कोटि भक्त था। एक बार वो यात्रा पे गए थे टू अ प्लेस कॉल्ड तिरुकोटियूर एंड वहां भगवान का नाम सौम्य नारायणन है। सो तिरुकुरुगई पिरान पिल्लई अपने दोस्त के घर पे रुक रहे थे। ये दोस्त भी भक्त था एंड वो रोज वो रामायणम का पारायण कर रहा था, स्पेसिफिकली वो वाल्मीकि रामायण का। सो अगले दिन जब when he got up, he saw that his friend वो पारायण कर रहा था। सो पारायण शुरू किया। पिलान वो सुनने के बाद इमीडिएटली वो घर छोड़ के निकल गए। सो ये हम सोचेंगे ये इसमें गलती क्या है? ये तो रामायण ही पढ़ रहा है, ये तो प्रॉपर संप्रदाय भी है एंड वो वाल्मीकि का रामायण भी, इसमें गलती क्या है? सो आचार्य कह रहे हैं कि बिगेस्ट मिस्टेक ये है कि जो भी स्क्रिप्चर्स हम पढ़ रहे हैं, वेदर इट इज रामायण और भगवद गीता या भागवतम, हमें पहले एक थिंग करना है एंड वो क्या है? वो वी हैव टू पे ओबेसेंसेस टू द गुरु। क्यों? बिकॉज आचार्य के वजह से ही हमें वाल्मीकि को पता, वाल्मीकि के बारे में पता है, रामायण के बारे में पता है, राम के बारे में पता है एंड सीता के बारे में पता है। सो जंपिंग डायरेक्टली इनटू praising the Lord does not please even the Lord. So पहला लेसन हमें यहाँ मिल रहा है कि we have to pay obeisances to the Guru first, and हमें proper understanding के लिए भी that is very important. In fact प्रभुपाद जी वही कर रहे हैं। If you see purport 4.1.1 का first line, Prabhupada ji pays obeisances to his spiritual master. So again, we'll also invoke Prabhupada ji ka blessings before we begin. Now, इसको मैंने आई थॉट हाउ टू, बिकॉज ये पर्पट तो बहुत छोटा है, सो मैं सोच रही थी हाउ टू एक्सप्लेन इट एंड आई आल्सो लिसन टू a couple of Prabhujis who had given some good lectures on this. So मैंने I divided it into first story line, because यहाँ क्या चल रहा है, किस स्थिति पे हम है, we can understand that. एंड इसके बाद we'll discuss about 8 principles, pretty much जो कुछ प्रभुपाद जी इस पर्पट में लिखे हैं, इसको हम एक एक प्रिंसिपल के माध्यम पे समझने की कोशिश करेंगे। सो ये स्टोरी लाइन क्या है? पहले मनु, स्वयंभू मनु, ही इज द फर्स्ट मनु एंड सतरूपा उसका पत्नी, उनका 5 चिल्ड्रन है, संतानें हैं, 3 बेटियां हैं, आकुति, देवहूति एंड प्रसूति, एंड आकुति सबसे बड़ी या ओल्डेस्ट है, एंड 2 सन्स है, प्रियव्रत एंड उत्तानपाद. Now, अब मुझे एक्चुअली while I was doing is मुझे ये प्रश्न भी आया, and I found the answer in one of the lectures. माइत्रेय मुनि पहले देवती के बारे में क्यों बताया, क्योंकि आकुति is the oldest. So प्रभु जी कह रहे थे कि क्योंकि देवती पहले कपिल मुनि का she had given birth, and माइत्रेय मुनि wanted to speak about Lord Kapila. एंड इसलिए अगर हम पिछले चैप्टर में देख लेंगे, कैंटो में देखेंगे, तो मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द चैप्टर्स इज डिवोटेड टू द सांख्य फिलॉसफी जो कपिल भगवान ने हमें दिया. सो वहां हम पढ़ रहे थे कि माता देवती का शादी कर्दम मुनि से हुआ, then 9 पुत्रियां थी, and then भगवान himself as Kapila was born to give the Sankhya philosophy. Then एक और क्वेश्चन भी that comes up. Srimad Bhagavatam is all about Krishna. Ete cham sakala pumsah Krishnastu Bhagavan swayam इंद्रादि व्याकुलम लोकम मृडयंती युगे युगे. देन क्यों हम ये सब लीनिएज के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि हर लीनिएज में भगवान अपीयर्स, सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी ऑफ गॉड हेड अपीयर्स. इसलिए हमें ये लीनिएज के बारे में भी वी शुड हैव दैट इंफॉर्मेशन. सो यहाँ हमें ये पता चल रहा है कि आकुति का शादी is actually finalized with प्रजापति रुचि, बट एक शर्त था. एंड क्या शर्त है कि जो कुछ संतान उस मैरिज से उत्पन्न होगा, दैट संतान विल हैव टू बी रिटर्न्ड टू मनु. क्योंकि वो संतान कौन है, मनु को भी ये पता है कि वो संतान सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी ऑफ गॉड हेड है. सो हमें पता है कि 14 मनूस है, बट स्पेसिफिकली द डिस्कशन इज मेनली ऑन स्वयंभुव मनु, क्योंकि वो ही इज द फर्स्ट मनु and history has to begin from the first manu and not the 7th manu in which period we are in. So now हम principles के बारे में थोड़ा डिस्कस करेंगे. First principle, I just gave the title condition permission. So यहाँ हमें पता चल रहा है कि the marriage of Akuti is finalized on one condition, that the child be given back to Manu. Very important point to note यहाँ कि Manu does not ask for the child. वो child पैदा होने के बाद, ये तो it becomes the condition of the marriage itself. I have a question for all of you. We do have a very perverted version. ऐसा condition, ऐसा शर्तें, when we enter, when people enter into a marriage. Can somebody tell me what it is called? थोड़ा लीगल टर्म है, सॉरी, थोड़ा वो बैकग्राउंड भी आई एम ट्राइंग टू इंट्रोड्यूस दैट, बट आई वांटेड टू कनेक्ट इट विद दिस कि देयर वर कंडीशंस, एंड यहाँ तो दिस इज वेरी स्पिरिचुअल, बट अभी तो शादी हो रहा है, ये पूरा एग्रीमेंट भी लोग लिखते हैं. इंडिया में उतना नहीं है, पर ऑलरेडी इट हैज स्टार्टेड. कैन समबडी टेल मी व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट?
प्रीनप.
या, थैंक यू वेरी मच. सो ये प्रीनप के नाम पे दैट इज गोइंग अराउंड, बट हमें देख रहे हैं कि वो कंडीशंस कैन बी देयर एट द टाइम ऑफ द मैरिज, प्रोवाइडेड इट इज स्पिरिचुअल. दैट इज व्हाट इज रिकग्नाइज्ड हियर. बट प्रॉब्लम क्या है, अगर हम वी कंपेयर इट टू द करंट डे सिचुएशन, हमें शादी के बाद ही इन मोस्ट सिचुएशंस ट्रूथ निकलता है. पीपल आर नॉट बीइंग अपफ्रंट. They don't tell the conditions, or they don't reveal the truth before the marriage. It chup chap, sometimes they close it completely, and baad mein bhi pata chalta hai. And maybe I feel that is also one of the important reasons for divorces. But mere time maybe I can think of some instances. I'm talking about 30 saal pehle. See, jab when I was practicing in the court, मेरा एक दोस्त था, and we were all at the marriageable age, so called marriageable age, and then so for my friend, they were looking for a boy. We got to know the name of the boy, And then we also knew him. He was in the court, practicing in the same courts in which we were practicing. But वो already शादीशुदा थे, and उसका बच्चे भी होने वाला था. Only thing is he had not disclosed this to his parents, डर के मारे. But luckily, that marriage did not go ahead. So the point here that I'm trying to make is इतना deteriorate हो गया है कि people don't even disclose, जो कुछ conditions है या permission सीखना है, that concept itself is slowly disappearing. मैं एक और situation देख रही थी उस समय, everybody wanted to go off to the US, and वहाँ, the boys go, they get married to all these foreigners, and then चुपचाप यहाँ आके again डर के मारे they get married to somebody here, then वहां जाके they take the wife also, the second wife technically, and उसको वहां छोड़ देते हैं. So this was also happening at that point. But हमारे लिए, so I think they believed in the principle, easier to ask for forgiveness than permission, but that does not work. So हमें, one very important सीख या lesson मिल रहा है कि whatever we are doing, particularly here, especially, at the time of marriage, कुछ, permission लेना है या कुछ conditions है, वो पहले ही बताना चाहिए, so that, people knowingly walk into whatever they are doing. हमारा second principle, consultation with the family. So हम इस तरह भी इसको कह सकते हैं, हम इंडिपेंडेंटली नहीं एक्ट करना चाहिए. हमें ऑलवेज, इट इज लाइक फैमिली है तो बाकी फैमिली मेंबर्स से वो कंसल्टेशन करना है. हस्बैंड को वाइफ से कंसल्टेशन करना है, वाइफ को हस्बैंड से वो कंसल्टेशन करना है. एंड हम सब लोगों को शुड नॉट एक्ट इंडिपेंडेंटली, शुड ऑलवेज सीक द गाइडेंस ऑफ द गुरु. सो मनु गृहस्थाश्रम में थे, एंड मनु ने अपने पत्नी शत्रुपा से डिस्कस करके ही, कंसल्ट करके ही आकुति का मैरिज रुचि से फाइनलाइज किया विद दिस कंडीशन. सो वो लास्ट लाइन ऑफ अनुवाद में क्लियरली ये लिखा हुआ है. ये सेंटेंस ऐसा है, दिस ही डिड, दिस ही माने मनु डिड इन कंसल्टेशन विद हिज वाइफ शत्रुपा. हम देख रहे हैं कि देवती माता का सिचुएशन में भी इट वाज कंसेंशुअल. ये देवती का चॉइस था कर्दमुनि के बारे में सुन के, बट द मैरिज वाज फिक्स्ड इन कंसल्टेशन विद हर, विद मनु एंड विद शत्रुपा. So I just wanted to share one thing यहाँ, how acting independently results in destruction. So Madan Sundar Prabhu ji का lecture में I was listening to this. So ये situation कुरुक्षेत्र war के almost ये खत्म हुआ. Duryodhan is lying in a pool of blood, and he's about to die. उस समय वो कृष्ण को बुलाते हैं, and then वो कृष्ण से कह रहे हैं कि आप ही रिस्पॉन्सिबल है इस वॉर के लिए, ये सब हुआ आपके वजह से. पर कृष्ण ने कहा नहीं, तुम्हारे एंड धृतराष्ट्र के वजह से ही ये युद्ध हुआ. क्यों? अगर हम सोच रहे हैं, सोचेंगे, सी दुर्योधन, he was not a bad king, because वो इतिहास में हम देखेंगे तो there is no complaint that Duryodhan was violent, that the praja were unhappy. He provided for them. But uska sabse zyada, the biggest galti that he made was he never listened to the advice of his seniors, who always acted whimsically, acted independently, or based on wrong advice. सो हमारे लिए ये इम्पॉर्टेंट लेसन है कि जो कुछ हम कर रहे हैं, इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग्स इन लाइफ, हमें डेफिनेटली कंसल्ट करना चाहिए. व्हाट एवर अफेक्ट्स, इट्स नॉट लाइक हम सीनियर्स को हर बात में ट्रबल करना है, बट व्हेनेवर हमें भी पता चलेगा आई एम एट क्रॉस रोड, मुझे एडवाइस चाहिए, बिकॉज वो सीनियर का टाइम को भी हमें वैल्यू करना चाहिए. रोज 10 बार फोन नहीं करना चाहिए. पर whenever that is not the takeaway here. The takeaway here is, whatever important decisions that we are making, I mean, definitely we have to consult with our seniors and not act independently. Now, तीसरा principle, which is the main, essence of this purport also, because it discusses this concept for the first time. So, principle क्या है? It talks about what's called the putrika dharma. So, अगर बच्चे नहीं है या naturally पुत्र नहीं है, then the lesson is do not torture your wife and wife's family. उपाय है, there is a solution. And what is that solution? The solution is to go for what's called the Putrika Dharma, or there is also a reference to Dattaka Putra. So, iske pehle, I have a question. So, adoption actually existed because yahan we can see the situation of Akuti and Ruchi Maharaj. मुझे एक क्वेश्चन है, ऐसा पहले भी there was an adoption where the daughter, बेटी को, was given in adoption to a person's sister and sister's husband. Can somebody tell me, who those devotees were and the names of those people? I'll give you another.
Devaki Vasudev, Yashoda's daughter. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, yes, Mataji, that also happened. Ramayana में एक situation है where proper, adoption was done. I will share. So Maharaj Dashrath and Kausalya ka, actually they had a baby called Shanta, and she was given in adoption to Kausalya's sister Varshini and Romapada, because they were childless and they actually had an agreement. So Shanta is actually Sri Ram ka sister hai, older sister. So this is also, this is also recorded in history. And this was a situation where a girl was actually given in adoption. So yaha we'll talk a little bit about Putrika Dharma. So Putrika Dharma क्या होता है? So purport में प्रभुपाद जी कह रहे हैं कि जिसके पास संतान, actually बेटा नहीं है, then वो बेटी को, he can give his daughter in marriage or to a person, but ये शर्त पे कि जो पोता पैदा हो रहा है उसको a grandfather will adopt as his son to inherit his property. So now sometimes Putrika Dharma may also not be possible because they may not even have daughters. Then उस समय में we actually see that history में हमारे शास्त्र में there is a reference to Dattaka Putra, यानी a family can formally adopt. So उसमें rituals होगा, यज्ञ होगा, and then क्यों that santan ka ties with the birth family will be cut off, and he will come into the adopted, the family that adopts him, and usko naya gotra bhi mil jayega. But again, we discussed yesterday how a little bit touched on the gotra and how we have to stay away from sagotra marriages. In fact, I read that ISKCON that way is very progressive, because even looking at the genetic disorders and all that, they even avoid the gotras of the mothers and grandmothers to prevent any disability to the child. Now, of course, ये पुत्रिका धर्म है, and now we know that शास्त्र के हिसाब से भी adoption has happened, and it is allowed, but इसका misuse भी sometimes हो सकता है. So Prabhuji, when he was giving the lecture, he actually mentioned how एक government employee था, उसका 2 बेटे थे, and अभी तीसरा बेटा भी आ गया, और उसका ये प्रॉब्लम में हो गया क्योंकि उसको वो गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉई का बेनिफिट्स ही विल गेट इट ओनली इफ ही हैड 2 किड्स. वो तीसरा किड है तो वो नहीं मिलेगा, ऐसा कुछ, आई डोंट नो वेयर विच प्लेस में, बट प्रभुजी वाज मेंशनिंग इट. सो इमीडिएटली व्हाट डू? दे लुक फॉर अ सॉल्यूशन, एंड शास्त्र में ये सॉल्यूशन है, बट ये टोटल मिसयूज है. सो द ग्रैंडफादर एक्चुअली अडॉप्टेड द चाइल्ड so that he could retain the government benefits. So so ye is regarding the third principle, Putrika Dharma. Uska mention पहली बार यहाँ हो रहा है. And as I said, adoption का which later on we'll discuss, जो adoption laws है उसका भी basis या source थोड़ा यहीं से we find it in the law as well. और fourth principle क्या है? थोड़ा responsible life. Life means a responsible life. So with life comes responsibilities. And shadi, with shadi and shadi ke baad, greater and much greater responsibilities. So what we see is, Ruchi and Akuti, they are, in a way, we'll discuss later about, what's happening to them, but they agree to, this condition, which means, it comes with its responsibility. So now, Western countries में देख रहे हैं कि how people don't want to lead a responsible life. Thoda India may maybe it has started in a big way, and as a lawyer, I'm seeing that quite a bit. People don't want to get married, or marriages end up in divorce because people are not focused on the responsibility, or they don't want to take on responsibility. Yeah, marriage karke they don't want kids. So I just want to share this. This was almost, I would say 20, 25, 26 years ago, when I did my master's Chicago में. So I had a classmate there, and वो यूरोप से थी. मेरा अभी भी, उस समय शादी हुआ, and she was actually in a live-in relationship for almost 10 years. So मैंने पूछा, look, I just got married, मुझे मेरा पति, I'm trying to understand him because अभी, 1 साल हुआ, so I don't even know him. And आपका तो, your partner, 10 साल हो गया, why is it that you're not getting married? So उसके लिए she gave a response, मेरा एक दोस्त है, वो 15 साल से she was in a live-in relationship. But इसके बाद she decided to get married. And marriage के 1 साल के बाद ही उसका divorce हो गया. Now, the problem is where, I was just thinking, the problem is people are refusing to take up the responsibility of the marriage, or for that matter, whatever conditions ya shartein, that is there, people are refusing to follow that. So हमारे लिए lesson ये है कि जो कुछ आश्रम में हम है, उसका responsibilities को definitely समझ के निभाना है. The fifth principle, commentaries of the acharyas. This is very important, particularly ye 4th chapter mein. There will be concepts and principles, at least that is my understanding, that may challenge our avidya, yani our material knowledge. So definitely we have to, seek the Lord's permission, seek the Lord's blessings, Guru's blessings, and also look at the commentaries of the other acharyas to understand the knowledge that is actually being presented to us. Yahan purport mein Prabhupada ji, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Jiva Goswami ka commentary pe he actually writes. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentions that Manu ko pata tha कि ये सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी ऑफ गॉड हेड वो आकुति के वूम में आएगा, एंड इसलिए इसको वो डिजायर था. मनु सी also Prabhupada ji ये explanation क्यों दे रहे हैं? Because people may think, Manu is greedy, already इसको 2 पुत्र है, why does he need a 3rd adopted son as well? But यहाँ there is a difference. Manu को पता था, he wanted the supreme personality of Godhead both as his putra and also as his pota, that is Kapil Bhagwan, and that spiritual ambition is actually fine. And Jiva Goswami भी कह रहे हैं कि even though किसी के पास बच्चे हैं, if one wants to have a particular son from one's daughter, then ऐसा condition पे वो daughter का marriage finalize कर सकते हैं. So हमें सीख क्या है यहाँ? Whatever is given in the scriptures is correct. The problem is with our understanding. क्यों? Because as human beings, we are prone to 4 defects. और 4 defects क्या है?
काम क्रोध मद लोभ.
Actually, Mataji, ये तो defects है. Those are the bad qualities that we are subject to. But specifically Prabhupada ji Nectar of Instruction में and कुछ और books में भी बता रहे हैं कि as human beings we suffer
Imperfect.
from these four defects. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
We are
We have
imperfect
imperfect
ourselves.
senses.
Yes, very good. Imperfect senses.
We have the
And then-
propensity to cheat.
Yes, cheating propensity.
And then
Tendency to make mistakes, and we
Yes.
are illusioned.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Mataji. अगर हम हिंदी में कह रहे हैं कि it would be Brahma that is prone to make mistakes, Pramada यानी illusion, Vipralipsa यानी cheating propensity, and Karana Patava यानी imperfect senses. So इसके वजह से, so the way we have to understand this, at least that is my takeaway always. अगर we find something in the scriptures that we are not able to understand, what I do is, I just park it. उसके बारे में I don't think about it too much, more in terms of trying to get a solution, because I don't speculate. How could this have been written? This is completely, I don't think about it that way at all. I just leave it there saying that, Lord, you give me the knowledge, give me the, somehow give me the message, to understand this in the right way. And seriously, several situations may somehow the Lord reveal that message. It may be something very simple, but Lord would somehow reveal it to us. Either, I'm listening to an Instagram or listening to a lecture, and a message actually hame milega. So iske liye, I just wanted to share 10.10 and 10.11 of Bhagavad Gita, because if we go to that level, definitely that knowledge will be revealed to us. Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam enamam upayanti te tesham evanukampatam aham ajnana jantamaha nashayam yatma bhavasto jnana deepena bhaswata. So the Lord, if we are devoted to the Lord and we serve him with love, he will give us that understanding. And to show them this mercy, he's dwelling in his heart, and he'll destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge, O Ajnanata ka darkness. So, as I said, Canto 4 mein, at least that is my understanding. O avidya ke wajah se, yani material knowledge ke wajah se, there may be certain parts that we may find it difficult to understand. Even here, the concept of adoption itself may be a little bit, not palatable to people. They may not understand that concept, but I truly believe that the more we stay devoted in this path, that knowledge will be revealed to us. Then sixth principle kya hai? Spiritual ambition versus material ambition. Yahan we have to see that Manu ke liye, he did not have in this material lobe. He wanted the Lord as his son, kyunki, he wanted his grandson as a son, kyunki isko pata tha ki that supreme personality of Lord, right, is actually going to incarnate in Akuti's womb. So इसलिए वो पुत्रिका धर्म को invoke करके इसका spiritual ambition को fulfill किया. And that son who was born, who's the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Yajna, we'll in later slokas we'll get to know more about that. And Manu ka, what did he want? Uske one lineage में आने के लिए, so that ignorance of the people can be removed, so that the Lord would be provided, right facilities. And hame bhi pata hai why the Lord takes birth. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanataya sambhavami yuge yuge. So what Manu Maharaj had was spiritual ambition, which is definitely okay and definitely fine. Then हमारे लिए एक seventh principle है, which I thought I definitely wanted to add again because of my legal background. So we see that यहाँ specifically it's mentioned that Manu is the lawgiver. So हमें Manu Smriti है, and the Hindu laws to a large extent in the past were based on Manu Smriti. अभी भी joint property, joint family property, duties of the guardians, or शादी का रीति रिवाज, or सब is based on Manusmriti या Manu का jurisprudence. So yaha we see that Manu himself is executing the Putrika Dharma, which is which has become and which is to some extent an acceptable norm to this day. So where do we find adoption ke baare mein? there is actually a separate law called Hindu Adoptions and Maintenance Act. And वहाँ specifically लिखा हुआ है कि grandparents can adopt the grandson or property inheritance के लिए and also a पिंडदान and religious rites perform करने के लिए, पर requirement ये है कि they should not already have another living son, grandson या great grandson. इसको हम sonless requirement भी कह सकते हैं, पर इसका भी exception है, which is Manu Maharaj का situation. So son होते हुए भी, grandson होते हुए भी, or maybe even great grandson होते हुए भी, it may still be possible to adopt another son, provided there is custom. This is very, very ancient custom. कुछ families में भी चल रहा है, because that is the information that I got. As long as this is proved, but ये proof तो बहुत strict है, पर ये proof है, then that can also be done. But once again, हमें समझना चाहिए कि Manu set this example, but उसका भी एक exception है, क्योंकि इसको पता था that his grandson is going to be the supreme personality of Godhead. And then finally, last principle, spiritual versus social duty. So ये पुत्रिका dharma falls under the varnashrama dharma, the duties for the material body. So for Ame, and it has been existing for some time, for a very long time, because literally creation ke saath, when it all started, Visarga, when it all started, very close to that time, it has been in existence. But more than this, Bhagavad Dharma, whatever Prabhupada had shown us, that is very important. Mane Bhakti Yoga. So regardless of whatever our family situation is, the adopted, not adopted, we're adopting somebody, not adopting somebody, Amara Param Dharma kya hai? We should love and serve Krishna. So with that, I will, stop my lecture. And again, I beg for forgiveness for any mistakes that I've made. And if there are any corrections, please, I look forward to that. Iske pehle just wanted to share the sources. Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada ji ka purport, then Thoda Bhagavad Gita as it is, Madan Sundar Prabhu ji ka Bhakti Vaibhav lecture. Then Ananta Veera Krishna Prabhu, who is called Aurangabad, say, he had given a lecture. So I've taken some points from his lecture as well. And now quiz time. I made the quiz easy. So would really love it if all of you can participate. So my first question, which dharma is discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam 4.1.2? Option 1, Putra Dharma. Option 2, Putrika Dharma. Option 3, Varnashrama Dharma. Option 4, Dattaka Putra Dharma.
Putrika Dharma, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Putrika Dharma. So question 2, Manu and Satarupa have the following children: 3 sons and 2 daughters, 3 daughters and 2 sons, 4 sons and 1 daughter, 1 son and 4 daughters. Yes, Mataji. Trupti Mataji.
3 daughters and 2 sons.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you very much. Then question 3, in his purport, Prabhupada ji refers to the commentaries of option 1, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, option 2, Jiva Goswami, option 3, both Acharyas, option 4, neither Acharya.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes.
It's both acharyas.
Yes, option 3, both Acharyas. Correct, Mataji. Question 4, Manu knew that the Supreme Personality of Godhead will take birth in the womb of Akuti. True or false?
Hare Krishna. True, Mataji. True.
Yes. Thank you, Shri Priya Mataji. And question 5, who is considered as the lawgiver of mankind? Manu, Bhrigu, Kashyap, Prachetas. Yes, Trupti Mataji. Manu. Yes, thank you, Trupti Mataji, Manu. Now, actually, end with one more slide. So, actually, initially, मुझे additional speaker का सेवा था, So इसलिए as I was preparing, certain questions came to my mind. But I want to share मुझे उसमें दो already, at least two questions के लिए I was thinking slightly. I've already got the answer because of the research that I did. But I will share the questions that I have because, I will request senior Vaishnavas here to help me with the answers for these questions, and if they can share their thoughts also. So my first question was, what about the child that is adopted? Doesn't he or she have emotional issues such as abandonment? Second question, Yeta, a mother's love is possibly the closest to the Lord's love for us. How can she give away the child? Oh, yeah, actually, I was listening to a lecture in ISKCON Desire Tree, and mujhe, I feel that I got an answer for that. Because Prabhuji keh rahe the ki, the lesson that we have to take from this is detachment. So, that is something, that the Lord keeps telling us. In fact, in Bhagavad Gita 15, chapter 15, mein, Bhagavan says, Ashanga Shastrena Dridena Chitva. That is, with an axe of determination, we have to cut off all the attachment, right? So this can possibly be the real true test of detachment when the child is actually taken away. Then मुझे मेरा तीसरा question था, what is the right age of adoption? Law का भी, there is a different issue, but in the text scriptures में अगर is there any reference? And finally, one more question: when should it be revealed to the child that he or she has been adopted? Of course, first and particularly first and fourth are a little bit of psychological questions. Maybe it depends on the facts and circumstances of the case. But anyway, I thought I would share these questions. If senior Vaishnavas can share their thoughts on this, I would really appreciate that. Once again, thank you very much, Prabhuji, for giving me the opportunity. And sabhi ko Dandvat Pranam. Hare Krishna. Jaya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, very nice and very wonderful, informative class, Mataji. So many inputs which we never, never heard outside elsewhere. So you actually do the groundwork, the homework, and you just presented so well that we actually get. And also you top it up with a quiz in the end. So that is also very much informative. So thank you so much for that. Mataji, I had a question that how did Manu actually know that Lord is going to be born from the womb of Akuti?
I actually don't know, Mataji, because it is just mentioned here that he was already aware that that the Supreme Personality of Godhead was going to born. I cannot give a scriptural reference for that, other than pointing you out to Bhagavatam itself, to these verses where it says that he was aware. I would ask Gopi Manohar Prabhuji, if you can share your thoughts on this. Hare Krishna.
Anybody would like to search the question what Jaya had? Then we'll take the questions what Mataji had shared, and then we'll take some other comments. So we'll start with Jaya's question.
Okay.
Somebody would like to answer.
Hare
Binti
Krishna,
Mata?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam, Hare Krishna. Actually, I don't have the answer, but I was thinking something about Matsya Avatar. Manu, as per my understanding, Manu was not an ordinary human being. First of all, he was directly created by Brahmaji, and so he was a devotee, and he was of that caliber that who was asked to create take the creation forward. Number one thing. Another thing is, when I remember, think of Matsya Avatar. In Matsya Avatar also, personality of Godhead himself revealed to Manu that, and he gave personally all the instructions. That is how you make a boat, and he came as a fish and all that. So. And in fact, I have a question also in my mind. Matsya Avatar also happened with Swayambhu Manu, if I am not wrong.
Hare Krishna Mataji. See, I don't know again specific reference, मुझे पता नहीं है, but creation actually started after that, right? So I'm thinking possibly, मुझे पता नहीं though, I cannot give a direct answer for that with scriptural references. But आपने जो कहा, because we also see for the first question जो जया माता जी का, कल भी class में हेमांगी माता जी ने कहा, from the purport that Manu was one of the, pure devotees, one of the greatest devotees of the Lord. So obviously, iske wajah se possibly he knew that, right, as a great devotee.
Mataji, I was thinking that he was a transcendentalist. That's why he knew it. But he was a transcendentalist, of course, and a devotee is a transcendentalist. That's why he.
Yes.
Mm. Okay.
Yes, Mataji, because he is a pure devotee of the Lord. So that's why we see, maybe sometimes we experience, right, how pure devotees operate. They are not at the same platform in which we are in. So that can possibly be the reason. And just say, Binti Mataji ne kaha, it is like he was in charge of creation. And between this, I know that Bhagwan, this I listened in a lecture that, her lineage, why do we have a description of each lineage in detail? Because her lineage, Bhagwan actually comes, in some form or the other. And that's how the knowledge is also being given to us.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so we'll start with first Vaiji Mataji, Binti Mataji. It's comment that whether it appeared during Swayambhu Manu. It was not Swayambhu Manu, but it was King, I think Satyavrata. It was during that reign that this Leela had happened. So, but anyway, we'll check again whether Swayambhu Manu, because in one day of Brahma there are 71 Manus. So let's check that. But the pastime of Matsya Avatar was happened when King Satyavrata, he was the one, and it had happened with him. And again, we come back and Jaya's question, how did he knew? You all have answered. In addition to that, I want to add, there are different types of avatar of Lord. Does somebody remember that? भगवान के अलग-अलग
Like
type
the
के अवतार होते हैं.
Leela avatar, Guna avatar,
Correct.
Guna avatar, Shaktavesh
then,
avatar.
Very good. And Manvantara avatar.
Manvantara.
So all the Manus, they are, and no doubt, they are great, but they are also kind of the avatar. So they are not ordinary beings, and that's why उनको पता रहता है. आजकल तो ऐसा है कि लड़का है कि लड़की है, वो भी स्कैन करने के लिए जाता है. गवर्नमेंट ने वो भी बंद करा दिया है, स्कैनिंग भी नहीं करना है. So we are so dumb. But as a great devotee, as a transcendentalist, they are foresighted and they can see what is going to happen, क्या होने वाला है, क्या हो चुका है, and that's why they know. और इसीलिए वो कंडीशन रख दिया भाई, शादी कर लो तुम, लेकिन जो है बच्चा हमें दे दो। एंड very nicely Mataji has presented the topic in such a nice flow, plus जो टेक्निकल उनका जो टर्म्स है वो भी माताजी ने ऐड किया. It was really wonderful. So now coming back to Vaiji Mataji's questions. Can you put on that slide, Mata?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So जैसे माताजी had said, these are some psychological questions. And first we'll take, what about the child that is adopted? Doesn't he have or she has some emotional issues, has abandonment? तो if we see, अगर हम लोग देखें तो ऐसा नहीं है कि बच्चा 8 साल का, 10 साल का, 15 साल का हो गया उसके बाद बोले भाई तू इधर चले जा, इधर चले जा. नहीं, इट वाज नॉट राइट एट द टाइम. एंड हम लोग वी कैन सी इन द केस ऑफ रुचि, मतलब उनको ये बोल दिया, मतलब शादी के पहले ही बोल दिया कि तुमको बच्चा हमको देना है. सो इट वाज नॉट दैट दे आर टेकिंग केयर एंड वो इमोशनल अटैचमेंट हो गया है. सी देयर आर टू काइंड्स ऑफ थिंग्स. एक होता है वाई, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम लोग को समझना है कि क्यों हमको अटैचमेंट होता है हमारे माता पिता से. सी इफ एक चाइनीज को उठा के अगर किसी एक तमिलियन के घर में डाल देंगे तो ही विल थिंक दे आर माय, उसको पता ही नहीं है कि आई एम चाइनीज. ही विल थिंक दे आर माय पेरेंट्स. सो चाइनीज जो है वो तमिलियन लैंग्वेज बोलना शुरू कर देगा. सो इट्स ऑल वेयर ही ग्रोज अप एंड व्हाइल ग्रोइंग अप वो जो है वो इमोशनल अटैचमेंट क्रिएट करता है. सो उसको मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि कहाँ पे पैदा हुआ, बट तो कौन उसको बड़ा कर रहा है, कौन देख रेख कर रहा है. इवन पिता इज ऑल्सो मीन्स प्रोटेक्टर और हु टेक्स केयर. इट्स पिता मीन्स नॉट आजकल के जैसा बस बच्चा पैदा करके छोड़ दिया. पिता मीन्स हु टेक्स केयर एंड ही raises him with love and affection, and that's why that affection is there. So about the child, in the previous times they were handed over much before इमोशनल अटैचमेंट शुरुआत होने के पहले. इवन जैसे जो माता जी ने जो बोला है दैट रामायण का जो केस था शांता, इवन दैट वाज फार फार अर्लियर. कुंती महारानी एक एग्जांपल. कुंती महारानी was handed over to forget the name. What was his name? It was father.
Drupad.
Sorry.
No, sorry.
का एक नाम में भी आता है. Anyway,
कुंतल
चलो,
देश के
ठीक है चलो. बट एनीवे इफ यू सी, हम लोग ये देखते हैं कि ये उन लोग को बहुत पहले ही जो था उनको बिफोर दैट इमोशनल अटैचमेंट होने के पहले उनको दे दिया जाता था और वो अडॉप्शन होता था. एंड दैट्स व्हाई उनको पता भी नहीं चलता था कि हमारे रियल जो बायोलॉजिकल, आज के टर्म्स में कहा जाए बायोलॉजिकल पेरेंट्स कौन है. सो दैट्स व्हाई देयर वाज नो सच इश्यू. हम लोग कभी नहीं देखा कि कभी. एंड मोर ओवर इफ यू सी कि आजकल जो है हम लोग सोचते हैं कि मेरा क्या, मैं यहाँ पे बड़ा हूँ, मैं उधर गया. बट इन दैट टाइम इट वाज मोर ऑफ सर्विस ओरिएंटेड. पिता ने बोल दिया तुम यहाँ चले जाओ. इवन इफ यू सी जैसे जो सन्यासी लोग थे, बच्चा बड़ा हो गया है, कोई आ गया उसके पास 7 बच्चे हैं तो बोलता है भाई एक मुझे दे दो, एंड इमीडिएटली दे यूज्ड टू गो. नाइदर ऐसा नहीं कि फादर इज नॉट फीलिंग बैड, ही फील्स बैड, बट इट इज ड्यूटी ओरिएंटेड. एंड पिता जो अपने पुत्र को देता तो पुत्र ऑल्सो विथ फुल सरेंडर टू फादर. ओके ठीक है, पिता ने बोल दिया तो मुझे जाना है. सो मोर इट वाज सर्विस ओरिएंटेड मेंटालिटी और एटीट्यूड व्हाट पीपल हैड अर्लियर. बट अभी जो है मतलब वी आर सेल्फिश, मतलब मैं क्यों करूं ऐसा. सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस ये कभी ऐसा कभी इशू आया नहीं हम लोग देखते शास्त्रों में, बट अभी आजकल है. बिकॉज अगेन लाइक माता जी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एज ऑफ अडॉप्शन जो है वो गलत है वो आजकल के केस में. इफ एवर इट हैज टू बी गिवन अगर देना है तो वो राइट, जब बेबी है कुछ महीने का है, 1 महीना तो मैं, देन इफ इज गिवन देन इट्स ओके. So I think age of adoption also, and 1 and 3 we have covered. And if we take second, mother's love is possibly the closest to the Lord's love for us. So how can she give away the child? Again, we can say it was service oriented, like they were more like whatever good for the society, good for everybody. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि मतलब बच्चा कैसे दे दे हम लोग को. Yeah, it is good for everybody. Like sannyasi used to take, so they used to give. So that was the thing. And then fourth one, when should it be revealed to the child that he has been adopted? I think when he's मतलब बहुत जब अच्छे से बड़ा हो जाए, he's totally like emotionally attached with whomever he has taken care, जिस किसी ने उनका ध्यान रखा है, मतलब 15-18 साल 20 साल का हो जाए तो उसको बोल भी देंगे तो he will start laughing, अरे क्या जोक मार रहे हो. And even if it is revealed, then he said, okay, I don't care. मतलब you are my real parent. आप मेरे सही माता पिता हैं, बायोलॉजिकल फादर जो भी हो. सो दैट हिट, वो जो इमोशनल हिट है वो उसको नहीं लगता उसको. सो दैट कैन बी डन व्हेन ही इज टोटली grown up, he's matured, is emotionally so much attached to his current parents that he doesn't bother मेरे माता पिता, बायोलॉजिकल माता पिता कौन है. I hope that answers your question.
Yes,
Hare
yeah,
Krishna.
yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. I think zyada confusion is also because how it's all portrayed in movies. And Pichle, we've seen movies where, with the adoption thing.
Yeah.
So, confusion also comes. But thank you very much, Prabhuji, for providing that clarity. Hare Krishna. Dandavad Pranam.
हरे कृष्ण. ठीक है, फिर अब किसी का कमेंट है तो लेते हैं, कमेंट्स क्वेश्चंस है. हरे कृष्ण. ओके, नहीं है तो हम लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं, लेते हैं नरसिम्हा आरती. थैंक्स वंस अगेन वैजयंती माता जी फॉर सच ए वंडरफुल क्लास एंड विद इन ए शॉर्ट टाइम. तो now I have one more person, one more devotee whom I can look at. कि कभी इमरजेंसी है तो माता जी is there, and considering her age spiritually, not materially, the way she has been in मतलब जितने टाइम से है, it's very short time. There are still some seniors, very very seniors, उनको बोलते हैं मुझे 15 दिन दे दो, मुझे 20 दिन दे दो, 1 महीना दे दो, 2 महीना दे दो. But we see the importance of service. और जैसे वो दिन भी सची माता जी came, she also said getting into service is important. वो कैसे करूँगा, कैसे होगा, that is not important. So अगर वो एटीट्यूड रखते हैं हम लोग, and if we do, then Lord also gives us, है ना, वो हम लोग को शक्ति देते हैं करने का, and that is more important. So माता जी has taken, I am very very happy to that she is one more person, and she has understood this all this so wonderfully. So thank you माता जी, and she is growing up nicely into Krishna consciousness. तो और अच्छे से आगे बढ़े माता जी, हम लोग यही प्रार्थना करेंगे. Yes जय, हरे कृष्णा.
Thank you
Hare
so
Krishna,
much, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, सादर प्रणाम प्रभु जी. जैसे अभी आपने सेवा के बारे में बताया और कहा कि जैसे जो सेवा है तो हमें बस उसमें लग जाना चाहिए और हमें ये नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि कैसे होगा और वगैरह. तो मुझे अभी उसमें से याद आया कि उस दिन कुंजेश्वरी माता जी ने ये बताया था कि हम नहीं करते. मतलब कि जैसे मैंने एक बार और कुछ डोनेशन की बात की थी तो उस टाइम आपने और कुंजेश्वरी माता जी ने बताया था कि हम ये नहीं करते. मतलब कि हमें हमेशा ये सोचना चाहिए कि भगवान हमसे करवा रहे हैं. और आपने भी एक बार अपने लेक्चर में कहा था कि भगवान हमसे बुलवाते हैं. तो ये मुझे पॉइंट याद आया प्रभु जी. हरे कृष्ण.
करेक्ट, थैंक यू जय. यस, तो हम लोग को बस सेवा करने के लिए तैयार होना चाहिए. बाकी भगवान देख लेंगे। हरे कृष्णा। ओके, तो विल स्टॉप हियर एंड हम लोग लेते हैं नरसिम्हा आरती। थैंक यू वंस अगेन। वैजयंती माता दी। हरे कृष्णा। नमस्कार।
हरे कृष्णा। प्रभु जी, माता जी, सभी के चरण में दंडवत प्रणाम। जय नृसिंह भगवान की जय। नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, नमस्ते नरसिंहाय।